Good morning, everyone. Good you. I hope you all had a beautiful, uplifting, inspiring, and cleansing day of purity yesterday on Yom Kippur. We're continuing here in the Beis Halevi on AHAVAS YISRAEL, and you see the Hashgacha. Look what we speak about today. We're starting here the 11th chapter called AHAVAS, which is the unity of Klal Yisrael together. Meseches Menachos Daf Chav Zayin in Tractate Menachos. On page 27a, you will find the following statement. Arba'a minim shebelulav. There are 4 species that we find in the lulav. Look at this. We're holding now between the days of Yom Kippur and Sukkos. And the Midrash tells us elsewhere that one of the reasons that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us such a Yom Tov of Sukkos right afterwards is that we should be busy and involved in mitzvahs this entire week, buying the Daled Minim, building the Sukkah, getting ourselves ready for Yom Tov. Why? Because when a person is involved in mitzvahs, there's no time to return to Chet. We're all feeling elevated after a beautiful day of Yom Kippur. We all feel cleansed and we feel motivated to do what's right in the eyes of Hashem. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, I'm going to help you. And the help is Sukkos. Sukkos is a holiday that's so replete with so many different mitzvahs. There's so much we have to be involved with and get ourselves ready. And there's thousands of halachas that we have to learn. And therefore, get busy with mitzvahs this week. Don't return to Chet. Don't wallow away in your self-pity and the like. Just keep doing and producing and moving forward and being positive in the world of Torah and mitzvahs. And we'll be able to hold on to the fires of Yom Kippur. So here we go. So he says that the Gemara tells us Arba minim shebelulav, that we know there's 4 different types of minim, species in the lulav. You have hadassim, aravos, you have the lulav itself, the spine, and you have the esrog, you have the beautiful citron that we take. Says the Gemara, Beizman oisim peros. 2 of them are fruit-bearing plants. The esrog obviously is an esrog that itself is a fruit, and the shidra, the spine itself, which is the palm branch, palms also give off fruits. They give off dates and other things. So ubeizman einois in pairs, and 2 of them do not bear fruit. The hadassim and the aravos, the willow and the myrtle branches, they're just leaves. They're just leaves that grew from trees and from the ground over there. Says the Gemara, ve'ein adam yotzi yedei chavasai. A person cannot fulfill his obligation of bringing the Daled Minim until they're all connected together, bound together in one bundle. Now, as we know, the Midrash tells us elsewhere that the Daled Minim, they all represent different types of Jews. And the Jews that have the fruits, that means they have Torah and they have mitzvahs. And the ones that are Hadassim and the Aravos, that are just the willow and the myrtle branches, so those are lacking qualities, better qualities. Those are lower level Jews. Each one corresponds to one of the levels of the Jew. Tzaddikim, maybe not full tzaddikim, but the ones that don't have fruits at all. So they're lacking mitzvahs, they're lacking Torah, they're lacking all these things. Says the Gemara that therefore, since that they all represent different types of the Jewish people, we must be able to unite them all together as one. Everybody needs each other. And those Jews that are farther off on the spectrum of Yiddishkeit, they need to be closer to those that have Torah and mitzvahs. They need to be closer to have the fragrance of an esrog, or the tenacity of the spine of the lulav. They need all of that. Why? Because that elevates them, motivates them. It's mashpir. It has a positive effect on them. So, v'chein, and the Gemara goes on to say, v'chein so too Yisrael b'hartzah. When Klal Yisrael comes together to appease HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and they want to dive into Hashem in the proper way, so ad shikulam ba'agud echas, until all of Klal Yisrael is united together as one, our tefillahs, our prayers, are not going to go up and be met with full favor in Shemayim. Says the Beis Halevi, you see from this Gemara, that there's an inyan of achdus, that Klal Yisrael has to be together as one. As he continues to say, Nizbayer the mitzvahs ava koyal koyal. You see that the mitzvah of love refers to all of Klal Yisrael. There has to be a tremendous ava, a tremendous love between each and every single Jew. We have to be united together as one. We have to come together, aguda achas, one bundle. one crew, one group, one nation, one family, all one mishpacha all together. And in that way, when our prayers are going up, so HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, how does a father say no when his children are getting along with each other? How can a father say no when his children love each other? How can he say no when his children are all together as one, unified in their voice, and they're calling out to me in Shemaim? I can't say no, says the Rebbeinu Shalom. And that's really the beauty that we all had and experienced yesterday, the final moments over there in the Elah, where the whole tzibur and everybody's so different. Everybody has their own approach to Yiddishkeit, their own connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. They have their own strengths and their own chesroinus, their own weaknesses. They have their own mitzvahs that they excel in and mitzvahs that they decel in. Everybody's different, and yet when it comes to calling out the Yud Gimel Midas of Rachamim, those 13 traits of mercy, when it comes to calling out Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu, at the end, we're all together in one with all of our hearts, all of our soul, to be able to do it. And that is something that finds tremendous favor in the eyes of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. May we be zeicher to use this week wisely, to get ourselves involved in the mitzvahs of the Daled Minim, the Sukkah, and everything else that we have to be engaged in. And in the schus of the Daled Minim, Ba'aguda Achas, we'll remind ourselves that we have to be Ba'aguda Achas, one together with the rest of Klal Yisrael, and that itself will allow our tefillas to go up on high to Shemayim before Hashem as one, and Hashem will listen to everything that we say. Have a wonderful day.